Mira's in with sports. It's happening more and more often as the summer winds down. We're talking hockey.
I know. Does it seem weird that we're talking hockey and it's like 30 degrees
times
outside?
This week, yeah, it does.
Well, we're talking hockey because there might not be hockey, AJ, but at least the two sides are still talking. Player Union head Donald Fehr says he plans on talking to NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman by phone before next week's negotiations resume. Fehr has been meeting with some player reps in Chicago since talks broke down on Wednesday. September 15th is the deadline for the two sides to come to terms on a new collective bargaining agreement, and if they don't, players will be locked out.
Creating artificial deadlines around negotiations, meaning you don't have to do something, but you choose to. And if there's a lockout, it will be a lockout of choice, not of necessity, is something which tends to make things more difficult rather than easier. It is taken by many people as a threat, certainly as an immediate consequence. And therefore, if you don't have to do it, you don't do it. From the player's standpoint, they have not talked about, much less discussed or voted on, initiating a stoppage on our side. We view a strike or a lockout, and that's what we're talking about now, a lockout, as a last resort.
When the lockout ended in 2005, the fans returned to the rinks in record numbers, and many believe that's the trump card that the owners are holding. The fans are going to come back no matter what or when the season starts, but at least one player representative feels that the fans don't deserve another hockey heartbreak.
The league is in such great shape. We're having the most fan turnout in league history, and we put the fans through so much in 2004, 2005. And they stuck with us. You know, they sat out an entire year. You know, they could have gone and watched basketball, they could have gone and watched football, but they came back to us, and they came back to us strong. And we can't do this to their fans again. We need to be in training camp on September 15th with an agreement so that when opening night hits on October 11th, that we have a deal in place and we're ready to go. Because we are the product, the players, but at the same time, there's no NHL without the fans. So if we kind of keep missing time this season and kind of messing that up, then you never know what can happen.
Yeah, quit messing it up, guys. We do know that it will be a long winter if there is no hockey to watch on TV. We hit the Inner Harbor this afternoon to ask our Victoria visitors how they plan on getting their hockey fix if there is an NHL lockout.
Yeah, good question. I'm going to try to find some Junior B hockey or some AAA hockey. We've got the Peterborough Petes are just down the street from where we live in Ontario, so probably catch one of those games.
WHL. Yeah.
Victoria Royals?
No, Edmonton Oil Kings. From Edmonton, yeah. So we're going to go down there. We'll play the same building. It's cheaper.
And who do you agree with? The league, the players, or neutral?
Oh, the players, absolutely the players.
Why do you say that?
Because I believe they really put the work into it more than anybody else.
The players took a big cut last time, so I can't agree with any of them. I just hope they play. Just hope they play.
Well, you can always check out these guys. Training camp is in full swing for the Junior B Victoria Cougars, and the Cougars have a stiff challenge in improving on last year's league championship. But they have a solid nucleus of returning talent, and even though it was 30 degrees outside, it may as well be February in here.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I think we were all kind of itching to get out of the sun today. It's been beautiful, but yeah, sometimes it's a little tough to come into the rink when it's 30 degrees. But these young kids have been working hard, and like I said, so far we're pretty pleased with how camp's gone.
Can you tell who's been slacking in the off season? Oh yeah, there's a few guys a little out of shape. It always takes a little while, but everyone seems pretty good. It's been a good intensity out here, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Our returning players are probably in the best shape and the hardest working guys on the ice, and they're already on the team. So it's funny how that works. But yeah, a few guys here a little overwhelmed with maybe how hard we work.
Well, that hard work will come in handy in the spring when the Cougars make their annual run. Last season, the Island Champs lost in double overtime in the Cyclone Taylor Cup final. Tough end to a great season, but this year's group could be even better.
COULTER, our captain from last season, and one of the better players in this league, and Sam Rice will be back for another year with us. We picked up Garrett Brandsma from Comox, who was their assistant captain and an excellent player in this league. And then we've committed to a young defenseman named Dyson Mayo, who's a third-round draft pick at the Edmonton Oil Kings. So we're pretty happy with some of the moves that we made, and we're happy to see them performing so far on the ice here at camp.
Well, the people in the Alberni Valley love their hockey, and now their beloved Bulldogs are owned by the hockey community. The fans purchased the team from the Okanagan Hockey School, and it will run as a non-for-profit society. They are the 5th team in the BCHL operating as a society.
The whole community is excited about it, especially the hockey community. Once again, like I said before, it assures that the team will stay here for an extended period of time. It gives public buy-in, and I really think that it's going to put more butts in the stands. We're just going to have a lot more fun. It opens the door for a little more volunteerism, people to get involved, and we can do committee work that we were unable to do before. Just a really, really exciting time for us. I always say, where else in a community like ours would you find 1,200 to 1,500 people under one roof, 30 times a year? It's a community gathering place. It becomes a part of your heart, of your community, and who you are, who you're defined as.
Well, Victoria's Corey Renfrew fell a little off the pace at the Windsor Roseland Charity Classic today. He was 1 under through 9, but it settled for a 2 over par 72. He's even par after 36 holes, tied for 19th, and is going to make another cut. Langley's James Allenby is the clubhouse leader, 6 under on the tournament. Little League World Series kicked off today. Canada taking on Mexico. Canada represented by Hastings All-Stars out of Vancouver, and they brought the lumber and the leather this afternoon. This 2-run single caps a 5-run first inning for our guys. And check out the hook slide from Thomas Neal. And if you thought that got the Hastings parents out of their seats, check out Thomas's next effort. He goes flat out to take away extra bases. Oh, the best part is his reaction. Thomas is stoked. Canada's defense was spectacular in a 13-9 win. The two teams combined for 27 hits. Finally tonight, a little football news. The West Shore Rebels return to Langford City Centre Stadium tomorrow evening to host the Kamloops Broncos. The Rebels improved to 1-1 on the season after thumping the Chilliwack Valley Huskers 46-8 in Week 2. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. Gates open at 2:30 for tailgating. $12 for adults, $9 for students. So get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather and watch some football. I like the weather.
I love the Little League World Series.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
It's so cute. Aren't they sweet?
Yeah.
And then we've got our representatives from BC, so it's great.
Thanks, Maya.
You're welcome, buddy.